Matt Van Dusen. Today I would like to tell you about the three phases of my military career. The three phases I will talk about are my pre-military life, my first 10 years in the military, and the plans for the next 10. First I will talk about my pre-military life. There was not a big military influence in my life growing up. My grandparents had a total of 8 kids, and out of those 8, only one joined the military. He wasn't around much when I was growing up, but I did see my first Air Force base and managed to get a picture of myself in an Air Force t-shirt, which is ironic. I grew up in a small town in upstate New York, far from any military bases. The thought never crossed my mind to join the military until my junior year in high school. I remember thinking, what do I want to do with my life? I didn't want to go to school, and after a short talk with a recruiter, I was sold. I signed up about a week later in the delayed enlistment program, and that is how my life in the military began. Now you know how I ended up in the Air Force. Now I will tell you a bit about the highlights from my first 10 years. I left everything 1 month after graduating from high school. The first few months were challenging for me, like most people who join the armed forces. After basic training in tech school, I was off to my first base. There I learned a lot over those first few years. After 9/11, I deployed, and my eyes were open to a whole new world. Growing up, I never really imagined leaving New York, let alone the country. And here I was in a foreign land. The Air Force sent me to Germany for my second assignment, and from there I saw sights that I thought I would never see. I managed to get back to New York right at the end of my first 10 years, but I look at this assignment as a short visit before my next venture. Well, I told you a little bit about my first 10 years in the Air Force. Now I will tell you how I see the next 10 years going. My first adventure in this next 10 years is a short trip to Iraq. Once I get back, I plan on submitting a package for commissioning. Once I'm accepted, I will finish my degree and become an officer. I hope to have at least one assignment overseas so I can experience more of the world. Depending on how my career is going, I may retire at 20, but I may stay in until I stop having fun. This is how I see my next 10 plus years going. Today I told you about the three phases of my military career. First I told you my career in the military started out of nowhere, really. I told a little bit about the first 10 years in the military. And lastly I told you about how I see the next 10 years going. I hope this has given you some insight into my military life. Have a nice day.